Greetings, blessings, movement, peace to each of you, beloved community. Jonathan Stahl's here, he, him, his, LGBTQIA+, recording alongside the South Platte River in Denver, Colorado, sacred lands of Arapaho and Cheyenne. We are on week 5 of 6, flowing and moving in an unhurried, attentive, and open way, in new ways, bringing intention into our steps, into our rolling. And so this week's theme, week 5, is under the umbrella of Biosphere, with the theme of moving with grief. Movement and grieving. Alongside the Lenten season, thinking about how can we continue to bring ongoing intention to our steps, to our movement. And so these last 2 weeks under the theme of Biosphere, we're leaning into going even with more intention into the ecosystems around us, the animal ecosystems, the air ecosystems, the soil and water ecosystems, the other human lived experience ecosystems that are outside of our own, but that also connect to our own. And so for this week, it feels so urgent in me all the time that our journey with, our intention into the tenderness around our grief, our very personal grief, the wounds and experiences that we carry, but also, and radically so, the grief living in the collective, in the systems around us, in the systems that influence us, that we are awakening to, that we are waking up to in our movement more and more. Oppression, systemic racism, systemic classism, homophobia, anything that harms and separates us from the environment, from the critters, from the sky. And so the lean for this week and next week is going, again, no rules. This can be solo, this can be with a pair, but we're leaning into trying and experimenting with group and collective, that it can be families, groups of peers, teams, colleagues, that we're moving as a collective, almost like a flock of birds that comb the air, that comb our surroundings with our movement and our breathing and our listening and our opening. And so the guided meditation alongside this week will guide individuals within the group or as solo or as a pair to be just preparing oneself for this really complex and really tender relationship to movement and grief. How we protect time to grieve the harm that is being done around us, the harm that is being done inside of us, the harm that has been done to us, the harm that has been done around us, and our process and our more nurturing intention to go into that grief with care, with patience, with presence, with courage. So I send blessings and space and self-compassion to each of you as we all lean into this invitation this week. Movement and grief, moving with grief for the self, for loved ones, for the greater collective, for the planet, for the biosphere. Peace and blessings as we move and open and deepen in these ways.